They put Barrage to 1, George. It's really bad. Yeah, right. So what is up, guys? I'm Invoked. We're going to be looking at some deck lists from the Luxury Games tournament. I went through from what Carlancho's store has been sharing from the deck list that have been circulating around. Team Bortle and I believe Pay for Life were some of the people that were processing some of these deck profiles. And some of these really did catch my attention, especially this one. So top 32 was Zoodiac. Now, surprisingly enough, the stun deck has shown back up in full glory yet again. And all it took was one Trident to put this deck right back on. Oh, and triple copies of Avarice to put this deck back on top of its life. And I'm so happy to see this deck back. So top 32, back at it again. We get the chance to really see what this deck can actually do. And it's really nice. This was piloted by Adrian Gonzalez out of the Luxury Gaming 240-person tournament this weekend, making top 32. So we have triple copies of Ashes Blossom in Joyous Spring, triple copies of the DD Crowmeister, one copy of Dino Wrestler Pankratops, and then we have the one copy of Bunny Blast. So this is the one of, during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell card or effect that targets this card, detach one Exteriors material from this card to negate that activation. And basically, this gives you the ability to give this to the Zoodiac monster that she's on. A lot of people in the past have talked about, Bunny Blast not being one of the best cards. Also, her base effect, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target a Zoodiac card in your graveyard, and except for Bunny Blast, add it back to your hand. Now keep in mind, it does say card, so you can do some cheesy stuff here, but you got some cool interactions with this deck. Triple copies of the Ram, of course, destroyed by battle or card effect. Target one of your Zoodiac monsters in your graveyard except for Ram and splash summon it. Then, of course, he passes off the cool effect for the trap negation. We have triple copies of Throwblade. This gives our Zoo the trample ability, and this gives us the ability to drop a Zoo card to draw a card. And it also gives our Zoo monster some decent stats. And then the best card in the deck, the Whiptail, giving us that ability to banish the opponent's monster and have the 1200 base stats on our Xyz is very good. Now I have triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone for Eldlich. Banishing your opponent's key cards has never been better. Triple copies of Tenki for tutoring for, our whole armament here. Triple copies of Pot of Avarice because, we can go through all of these in one single turn, so we have to be able to load them back up to do it again on the next turn. We have triple copies of Desires. I mean, our best card in our deck is limited to one now, but that's fine. So we have triple copies of Desires. Then we have one copy of Barrage. Basically, we just don't make the Barrage pop itself anymore. Then we have triple copies of Vivid Impermanence for Disruption. Two copies of Solemn Judgment, triple copies of Solemn Strike, two Warning, and one copy of Combo. Now, Combo being able to just act as another Pot of Avarice is really good. Now, we're not actually playing the dump, or what was it, Wrap here to dump the combo, because there's really no point anymore. Now we have one Mrs. Radiant for a power boost, one Mega Clops, because this card is just the MVP, one Gravity Controller, one Darumidol, triple copies of Tiger Mortar, one copy Hammerbong, one Trident, triple copies of Chakanine for the Monster Reborn, two copies of Borbo, and one copy of Daigusto Emerald. And then we have triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, triple copies of Lightning Storm, triple copies of Different Dimension Ground, two copies of Dimensional Barrier, triple copies of Evenly Matched, and one copy of Trap Trick, wrapping up Adrian Gonzalez's list. This is actually very nice. I'm so happy to see Zoo, actually back in full swing. Now, we had Gabrielle Netz get top 16 with Adamancipator. Now, we've been seeing a lot of things with this deck become standardized after the last run-through of this tournament. I'm starting to see that the Go engine is probably going to be the way that we're going to be playing this deck for a while to come. So, give or take, is kind of what we've been reduced to at this point. So we have triple copies of Adamancipator Analyzer, triple copies of the Emancipator Researcher, and triple copies of the Adamancipator Seeker. Then we have triple copies of Black Dragon. Now, I know a few people were originally messing around with one of these. I mean, what happens if it gets DD crowed? What are you going to do? You want to make sure that you at least have it. We have triple copies of the Dodo Dwarf Go 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 Glove. Triple copies of the Doki Doki. One copy of Gigantes. Triple copies of the Go 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 Gigas. Triple copies of the Kwaki Mero Guardian for the Monster Negate. Triple copies of the Medolce Puting Susior. The one copy of the Utopic Onomatopoeia. And one copy of the Zumbaba Bancho Gagaga Coat. We have triple copies of Adamantipator Signs, not once per turn, by the way. One Foolish Barrel, one Monster Reborn, two copies of the Onomatopoeia, and triple copies of the Onomato Pickup. Down here in the next deck, we have one Auroradon, one Unicorn, one Phoenix, one Cerberus, one IP Masquerena, one Halifibrax, one Boral Sword, one Apollosa, one Tornado Dragon, one Gallant Granite, and one copy of Abyss Dweller. Then we have one Herald of the Arclight, one Borreload Savage, one Repite, and one Dragite. Side deck here we have triple copies of Lancia, one Pankratops, triple copies of Droll and Lockbird, triple copies of Nibiru, with one Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Lightning Storm, and one copy of Ye Old Red Rebuto, wrapping up the Gabriel Nuts top 16 list for this. Now, we have top 8. This was John Wilkins' list, brought to you by Pi for Life Games here. So, this is very interesting. We have Palladium, Oracle, Mahad, and those Magician Souls! They're back! So we have triple copies of Alistair, the Invoker. Triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Triple copies of Eldlich, the Golden Lord. And we have one Lila, just for the end phase mill, which is pretty good. Triple copies of the Magician Souls. And then we have Mana here. This is a very interesting choice. I like it. Then we have one Raiden for an additional mill, maximum value for 4 mil off of this. Triple copies of Charge of the Light Brigade, 3 mil plus 4, so 7 mil off of just the activation of this. Triple copies of Cursed Eldland. Triple copies of the Eld Elixir of Black Awakening. One copy of the Eld Elixir of White Destiny. And then we have 2 Foolish Barrel Goods, 2 Invocation, 2 Magical Meltdown, and 1 copy of Terraforming. We have triple copies of Conquistador, triple copies of the Scarlet Sanguine, 2 copies of the Golden Land Forever, 1 copy of Guardian of the Golden Land, and we have triple copies of Hukaro for the Golden Land. And then down here in the extra, we have 1 Secure Gardener, 1 Almirage, 1 copy of Anima, 1 Link Spider, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Mr. Invoker, 1 Juggernaut Libby, 1 Gustav Max, and the 1 Sky Palace Gingdarly. We have Vermilion Mech with 1 Purgatrio, 1 Makaba, 2 Makaba, and 1 copy of Kaliga. Side deck here we have triple Gamma, 2 copies of Seer Mode, and 1 Driver, triple Cosmic Cyclone, triple Dark World No More, triple copies of Evenly Matched, wrapping up your top 8 John Wilkin list. And then the winner of the Luxury Games tournament this weekend goes to Cameron Neal, being no stranger to love. Team Borrell ended up covering this for everybody. I wanted to go through here, just kind of showcase this so information gets out. That way players can see what's going on. Those Magician Souls, they're back. And this time we're actually playing Apprentice instead of Oracle Mahad. So, we have triple copies of Alistar, the Invoker. 1 copy of the Apprentice Illusion Magician Girl. 2 copies of Asher Blossom and Joyous Spring. Triple copies of the Golden Lord himself, with triple copies of Magician Souls. You guys remember when we would play Pot of Extrav in this deck and we would just use draw power, but now we've got better draw power? Triple copies of Cursed Eldland with the 1 Eld Elixir and 1 White Destiny. 2 Invocation, triple Meltdown, 2 copies of Knowledge and 2 copies of Secrets. So your maximum value play is this into this after you've already burned this, so you can cycle your cards and get even more advantage. It's so easy. Then we have 1 Terraforming. Traps here we have triple Conquistador, triple copies of the Eld Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine, 1 Golden Land Forever, triple copies of the Pirates, and triple copies of Infinite Impermanence. Down here in the extra we have 1 Secure Gardener, 1 Almirage, 1 Anima, 1 Link Spider, 1 Phoenix, and 1 Madness, with 1 Gustav, 2 Gustav, I am you but better, 1 Sky Palace, 1 Pleiades, 1 Purgatrio, 1 Makaba, 2 Makaba, 1 Elysium, and 1 copy of Kaliga. Side deck here, we have triple Nibiru, triple Gamma with one driver, 2 copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Lightning Storm, and triple copies of a Pointer of Lotus. One of the best cards, by the way, on the side. Wrapping up your deck list for the luxury games. So if you guys have any list you've been doing well with online, please feel free to send them on over. I'll try to cover them when I can. And well, guys, I'm out. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.